Hey everyone, this is David, and welcome back to Asia. On today's episode, I thought I'd try something different. I want to show you a neighborhood in Bangkok, what it looks like, the feel, so you get a better understanding of what life here looks like. At the end of the video, I'll share with you some thoughts about America. I was there last month visiting friends and family. I gained some insights, so stick with me till the end, and I'll share them with you. So we're going to take a little walk through a small alley. People think Bangkok is crowded and noisy everywhere. But as you can see, we're walking down a quiet street. There'll be some motorbikes passing by and a couple of people in the street, but that's about it. As you can see in the background, there are tall buildings nearby, about a 5-minute walk. These are offices where people work. Zoning rules in America are different. Oftentimes you have residential areas very separated from commercial and industrial areas. Here they're more integrated. As you can see on your left, there's a company right in the middle of this alley, or as they call it here, a soy. There's a lot going on in this soy. In addition to the company building, there's a couple of parking lots on either side. Not all homes have garages, and if they do, it's usually just for one car. And given how small the alley is, you could see the difficulty in parking a car if you had a garage. It's like playing Tetris. It's just much easier to use one of these lots. Though I don't personally own a car here, car ownership is quite high. It's useful for running errands or trips outside the city. So what if you don't have a washing machine for laundry? No problem. Thai people are pretty entrepreneurial, so if you look to your right, there are machines available for a small fee. So that in the back is a residential apartment building, probably built within the last 10 years. These are signs of definite gentrification. Residents who own land in this neighborhood have sold them to property developers, who then subsequently developed them into apartment or other high-density buildings. And you see this all over Bangkok. Now on the soy, these smaller 1-2 level homes have been around for decades. This one you see here could be from before the 1950s. It's taking a trip back in time. I love how different the buildings are, even on this one small little alley. We're getting out of the soy and onto a bigger street with 2 lanes. On the other side of the street is a primary school. It causes a huge bottleneck in traffic when school lets out. As you can see, there's lots of different businesses. We pass by a pet store, laundry services, ice cream shop, pharmacy, you name it. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit so we could get to the end of the walk, where there's more interesting things to show you. This particular day is quiet, but even so, there's still always some foot traffic. It's never empty, even at night. Whereas in purely residential neighborhoods in the US, there's hardly anyone out in the street. I like the mix of people in the neighborhood. Young, old, locals, foreigners, as it should be. There are 2 red lanterns we just passed. It's a restaurant, one of many in the neighborhood. What you might not have noticed is that the writing on the wall is actually Chinese, not Thai. Of course, in Thailand, Thai food is the popular cuisine here, without a doubt. But a lot of Thai food here has roots from China. So Chinese food is also abundant here, and it gets more popular every year. And with Thailand being geographically close to China, there are many Chinese tourists and expats here. There's always something new opening up in the neighborhood. So this thing being built is going to be a fancy French-Japanese fusion restaurant. I don't know what that would look like, but I'm excited to try it out when it opens. As you can see, it's very convenient to live here. Everything is close by, you really don't need to drive. And it's safe, incredibly safe. You'll see this red modified pickup truck passing by another one parked on the side. That's essentially a minibus, called Song Tail in Thai. For a small fee, it shuttles people up and down the street. I'm going to slow the video down now. We're nearing the end of our walk. It's been about 7 minutes in real time. Since we're next to a big office building, similar to the ones I pointed out in the beginning of the video, there are now food stalls set up to serve hungry office workers during lunch. For a couple of bucks, you could have a delicious meal right outside the office. Who can beat that? The guys with the orange vests are motorbike taxis, which will take you anywhere you need to go in the neighborhood. We're approaching a main road, this one called Saton Road. During rush hour, it's gridlock on Saton Road. I've tried to avoid taking a taxi during those times, and I always prefer public transport. This huge structure in front of me, which hovers above Saton Road, is the BTS SkyTrain, and it is a gift for the city. It's not fairly extensive, only comprising 2 lines, but it takes you to a lot of the major attractions in the city, including the central shopping area of Siam and the Chatuchak weekend market. It's clean, safe, reliable, and not expensive if you're going long distances. I ride this thing almost every day, and I really enjoy it a lot. There's also an extensive subway system, monorail, ferry, buses to get you around the city as well. So there's a walk through the neighborhood from my point of view. How is it similar or different from where you live? Well, I hope it gives you a better insight into what Bangkok looks like on the ground. Now I want to give you an aerial view of what we just walked through. You could kind of see this small street, and we headed down that way and we made a right. towards the tall buildings you see in the background. And this is actually what makes Bangkok really great, is that, you know, you have these small kind of side streets, alleyways that makes you feel like you're in a smaller city, right? And then in the background, right, you have these tall buildings. So you got a little bit of everything here, right? So from these small streets and then sort of the urban tall buildings, tall condos that you see just right here, just within a 10-minute walk. And this is, again, why I like Bangkok so much, is because you have this contrast that maybe you don't get in normal cities with close proximity. All right, so I just came back from America. I was there for about 1 month, and I just want to share with you some thoughts about being back. You know, I think you realize how much you appreciate sort of your home country. I think one of the things is that being able to be understood by everyone everywhere, which is really nice, right? In Thailand, of course, when people don't speak English fluently, and I don't speak Thai fluently, I'm learning, obviously I'm getting there, but it's sometimes hard when you communicate, right? You need to sort of use simpler words and you can't say complex sentences. So I think that's one of the challenges about being here. You know, number two is that you realize that America is still a great place for opportunity, right? There's a reason why a lot of people come to America from all over the world seeking a better life. And so that's what I've come to realize as well. And number two, it's where I'm from, right? It's home is where the heart is. So I think it's about to rain. I'm gonna try to get in this one clip before it downpours, but I just wanted to just share my thoughts about going back for 1 month, you know, visiting my folks, connecting with old friends, and just kind of appreciating the, you know, the place that I'm originally from. So that's it. I just wanted to share with you sort of a walk around this neighborhood in Bangkok, in Sathorn, to give you an aerial clip of what it's like, and then to share with you some of my thoughts about living, coming back from America. So I will see you in the next video.